4 years ago, I came to college with this notebook. So many expectations and absolutely no idea about what I was going to become. I mean, I came in as an accounting major and I am now graduating with a degree in entertainment and media studies. I mean, I had zero idea about my future. But one thing I really didn't realize is how this journal would become a record of some of the most transformative years of my life. And so I thought it was a cool idea if I could sit down and read you a couple entries throughout these last 4 years and then talk a little bit about each version of myself. All right, let's start with freshman year. August 15th, 2022. I moved into college yesterday and it still doesn't feel real. Everything feels so new and a little overwhelming, but also exciting. Making new friends has been harder than I expected, and I've definitely felt a little lonely already. Classes start on Wednesday, which is a little nerve wracking, but I know everything will work itself out. Right now, I'm just trying to embrace all the change. It makes me a little sad thinking about my freshman year self. I was just so unsure of myself and I was so not confident in anything. But I think that's just a part of adjusting to a totally new chapter in your life. And if I could say anything to my freshman year self, it would just be to give yourself more time. Things will fall into place. You don't have to have everything figured out right away. October 12th, 2022. College has been so much fun. I am totally starting to find my place here, and I've met so many amazing people already. It feels so good to be creating friendships and building a life that feels like my own. I've been spending a lot of time with the people who live on the floor below me. I really feel like I belong here. And just maybe, I might have a little crush. We'll see where that goes. Don't date the first guy you meet and fall in love with in college, okay? Maybe I'm just a little bit cynical, but there are so many fish in the sea. Why settle for the first one you catch? Genuine question. I guess you can probably tell that I did end up dating that guy that I had a crush on and things did not work out. But honestly, I don't really think I would change a thing, even if it didn't work out the way that freshman year me thought it would. He taught me a lot about myself and my preferences in dating. And while the first person you date freshman year, a common consensus is that it's hell on earth, it was a learning curve for me. And it's a learning curve for a lot of people. Sometimes you just have to figure it out. But if you can avoid it, and if you're going to take any advice from me from this entire video, it's do not date that guy from freshman year. Don't do it. Don't do it. Nobody knows themselves. Everybody thinks they know themselves. Don't do it. May 2023. Freshman year is officially over, which feels crazy. This year has been such a mix of emotions. There were definitely a lot of hard moments, and I've struggled more than I expected, but there have also been so many really great ones. I've made some amazing friends, had so much fun, and created memories. I feel like I'm still figuring everything out, but I'm starting to feel more like myself. Life feels a little messy right now, but also really full, and I'm excited to see what sophomore year brings. I think I would tell myself, or anybody who is in or going into freshman year, to stop worrying so much about whether things are going the way that they're supposed to. You're not behind, you're just in the middle of all of it and things are going to work out. They're going to fall into place. I promise. Ooh, sophomore year, August 2023. I moved into my first apartment today and I'm living with three of my close friends. My room is small and only half unpacked, but it's starting to feel like mine. Right now, I'm just trying to settle in and take it day by day. I loved my apartment sophomore year. It was so awesome to have my own space. I was living with three other girls, but it was so awesome just to have somewhere away from home. And, I love my family, but it was really great to have a place that I could stay at if I didn't want to go home for a longer break. I don't know. It just felt very freeing. And that was like a good bit of freedom and it helped me a lot. But I was going through it a little bit beginning of sophomore year. There was trouble in paradise, and I was still trying to figure things out for myself, things like that. But if I could say anything to myself or anyone who's going through something similar is to just give it a little bit of time. I promise. I promise. I know I've said it a million times already, but things are going to fall into place. You need to give yourself time. November 2023. A lot has been shifting lately. I started seeing someone new, not officially or anything, but I really like him. He's brought me around a whole new group of people, and it's been fun in a way I didn't expect. I also got into my major, EMST. I couldn't be happier. Things feel like they're starting to fall into place. Ha! See? What did I tell you about things falling into place? I've been saying it. They do. So shortly after I wrote this, I did start officially dating that guy that I wrote about, and it was one of the best decisions I've ever made in my entire life. 2.5 years strong. He's so amazing. Love that guy. And the people that he introduced me to, and that new group of friends, the events I was going to, getting into my major, it just all started to feel very me. And I started to do things that brought me a lot of joy. And it was so refreshing and it was so great. I would definitely say sophomore year was one of the best years ever. It was a time where things still felt very light, like I didn't have a lot of stress on me, but it was just a good time of my life. It was a great time. May 2024. Sophomore year is officially over, and it's kind of crazy how fast it all went. There's a weird mix of relief and wait, how is this happening already? I feel like things are changing faster than I can fully register them. I'm trying not to overthink it. Summer feels good. It's a nice pause before everything speeds up again. The summer between sophomore and junior year was just as good as all of sophomore year was. It just felt very light still, very carefree. I definitely felt time moving faster than I had anticipated and expected it to, but it was just such a good time. Those friends that I made my sophomore year, it was great having them through that summer too. They just made everything feel very easy, and I'm glad that I've still held on to them. Okay, hello, junior year. We are in October 2024. Junior year feels different in a way I can't fully explain. I feel more like myself, but also very aware of everything changing around me. There's some comfort in things, but also some uncertainty that I can't quite shake. But I don't have to have it all figured out all at once. Now, at least I'm starting to figure out that I don't have to have it all figured out. I mean, what have I been saying? But at least junior year me is starting to get in that mindset. January 2024. I started my internship at a casting agency this month. I didn't expect to love casting this much, but I really do. It feels like something just clicked for me. I loved this internship. I love to be busy and I love to keep myself busy, and it was such a great time. So I loved it. I found a passion for casting, and it also just kind of solidified my love and passion for all aspects of filmmaking. May 2025, summer before senior year, and I'm getting ready to study abroad and do an internship in London. I'm excited and a little nervous, and honestly trying to get everything together before I leave. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. London was the best time of my life. I learned so much about myself and what I see myself doing and where I see myself in the future. And I met some of my best friends that I hope to keep for the rest of my life. It was so amazing. If you have the opportunity to study abroad anywhere in college, please take it. If you're questioning on whether or not you should, do it. Even if it is just a summer semester like I did, you have to do it. It was incredible and life changing, and I mean that. For my senior year entry, I'm just going to read what I wrote the other day, April 27th, 2026. Senior year is almost over, and college feels like it's wrapping up faster than I can really process. I keep thinking about everything that's happened since freshman year and how different I feel from the person who started here. There were highs I didn't expect, lows I didn't see coming, and a lot of in between moments that ended up meaning a lot more to me than I realized at the time. I feel grateful for all of it, even the messy parts. It's strange to think that this chapter is ending, but I'm ready for what's next, even if I don't totally know what that is yet. Looking back at it, it doesn't feel like a full 4 years there. And, that's college. I guess I'll see what comes next.